Europe is strewn with history. Beyond the breathtaking nature you find across this continent, there is one thing that has always fascinated me: the imposing castles scattered throughout the landscape. Over the past years, I have traveled thousands of kilometers to visit these iconic structures, from fairy tale-like palaces deep in the forests to impregnable fortresses perched on lonely cliffs. In this video, I take you along through my top 10 most beautiful castles. I begin this list in southern Europe, in the Spanish region of Valencia. El Castell de Guadalest is a small mountain village with the ruins of an ancient castle perched high above the Guadalest Valley. It is famous for its medieval castle and its spectacular location atop the rocks, offering stunning views over the valley and the reservoir. The fortress was built during the Moorish period around the 11th century to control the valley. In the 13th century, it was conquered by James I of Aragon and incorporated into the Kingdom of Valencia. Unfortunately, it was severely damaged by an earthquake in 1644, followed by additional quakes, and wars also left the structure badly scarred. What remains today are the remnants of the castle, defensive walls, towers, and medieval gateways. It is one of the best preserved mountain fortresses on the Costa Blanca and has previously been named one of the most beautiful villages in Spain. In the heart of the Finnish lakeland lies one of the best preserved castles in northern Europe, Olavinlinna. This castle was built in 1475 by the Danish knight Erik Axelsson Tott to protect the region, which at the time belonged to Sweden, against the rising power of Russia. Despite its strong defenses, it eventually fell under Russian control in the 18th century. After Finland's independence in 1917, it was declared a national monument. The castle is situated on an island in the Saimaa Lake system, the largest lake district in Finland. It consists of 3 massive round towers with thick stone walls and a central courtyard, built according to a typical late medieval military design. Olavinlinna is considered the northernmost fully stone-built castle in the world that remains largely intact, making it a truly unique landmark, especially in a region where such imposing medieval structures are rare. In Lithuania, about 28 kilometers west of the capital Vilnius, lies the country's most famous castle, Trakai Island Castle. Situated on an island in Lake Galva, this enormous red brick structure with its striking red roofs dates back to the late 14th century and was completed in the early 15th century under the rule of Grand Duke Vytautas the Great. At the time, it served primarily as a residence, administrative center, and military fortress, playing an important role in the conflicts against the Teutonic Order. In the 17th century, the castle was heavily damaged during wars with Moscow and eventually fell into decline. It was not until the 20th century, under the Soviet regime, that the castle was fully restored, something that is still clearly visible in the structure today. The complex consists of a main keep, a forecourt, and an inner courtyard, all completely surrounded by water. Accessible by a long wooden footbridge, it is widely regarded as one of the most iconic castles in the Baltic region. Number 7 on the list is a castle ruin on the northeast coast of Scotland, near Stonehaven. Located on an isolated rock formation about 50 meters above the North Sea, Dunnottar Castle is an important castle in the United Kingdom. It played a crucial role in Scottish history. In 1297, it was captured by William Wallace, and centuries later, the Scottish crown jewels were hidden here from the army of Oliver Cromwell. Due to its isolated location, it was known as nearly impregnable and also played an important role in Scottish independence. Although little remains of the original castle, only the walls of the structures, the layout is still clearly visible. The combination of the large ruin complex and its location atop the cliffs makes it one of the most photographed castles in Scotland. Not all castles in Europe are medieval or hundreds of years old. There are even enormous castles still under construction. Stobnica Castle is one such imposing structure. Construction of this medieval-looking castle began in 2015, and not everyone supported the project. There were claims that the permits were not in order and that the impact on the Natura 2000 area in which it is located would be significant. In 2022, it was nevertheless decided that the building permit would remain valid and that the project could continue. With a length of about 200 meters and a height of 70 meters, it dominates the surrounding landscape and is truly astonishing to see if you love castles. Unfortunately, the castle itself is not yet open to visitors, only the surrounding park is accessible. The intention is that around 100 people will eventually live there and that various commercial spaces will be included. It is a large, modern project, built using modern techniques but with a dark edge. Although it is somewhat controversial, in my opinion, its appearance still earns it a place on this list. For number 5, we travel to Transylvania in the heart of Romania, Peleș Castle. This summer residence of the former Romanian royal family is one of the most beautiful and most modern historic castles in Europe, built between 1873 and 1914. It is regarded as a national symbol of modernization, culture, and elegance. You can explore the castle on your own and discover its impressive interior. The Grand Hall, located at the heart of the castle, is perhaps the most remarkable room of all. It is a vast space featuring stained glass windows and refined wood carvings. From the outside, the castle does not even appear that large, but inside it is enormous, leading you from one magnificent room to another, including the armory, the library, the theater hall, and the Moorish room, which, with its Arabic influences, feels completely different from the rest of the castle. The building is entirely constructed in Neo-Renaissance style with German influences, giving it a fairy tale-like appearance. Many innovations were applied during its construction, making it exceptionally modern for its time. From the very beginning, it had electricity, central heating, and even one of Europe's first vacuum cleaning systems. Both the castle and its surroundings breathe royal grandeur, framed by the Carpathian Mountains. It is not just a castle, with rooms that have been preserved almost exactly in their original state. It is a true time capsule that can endure for centuries to come. On a limestone rock in northern Slovakia stands Orava Castle. This castle is one of the most beautiful and best preserved in Slovakia, with origins dating back to 1241, shortly after the Mongol invasions. It occupies a highly strategic position atop a 112-meter-high limestone cliff, making it a truly spectacular location. Over the centuries, it was gradually expanded across multiple levels and served as an important administrative center within the Kingdom of Hungary. In the 16th and 17th centuries, it came into the hands of the Thurzo family, who gave the castle much of its present form. Unfortunately, it was struck by a fire in 1800, but it was carefully restored in the centuries that followed. Due to its medieval character, it was even used as a filming location for the first Nosferatu Dracula film in 1922. Since then, it has often been associated with vampire stories and mysterious legends. For number 3, we travel to South Bohemia in the Czech Republic. This region is home to many castles, but one stands out in particular, Hluboká Castle. It is known for its romantic appearance, strongly reminiscent of Windsor Castle. Inspired by their travels through England, the family had the castle extensively rebuilt in the 19th century in Neo-Gothic Tudor style. Inside, you can join various tours through the 140 richly decorated rooms, but I choose to climb the main tower. Even during the climb, you catch glimpses of the castle's impressive interior, and at the top, a breathtaking panoramic view awaits over the surrounding landscape and the castle complex itself, with its courtyards and elegant gardens that complete its fairy tale character. The gardens and courtyards are freely accessible and perfect for a quiet walk, offering countless views of this imposing masterpiece. This is not just a castle, it is a symbol of power, romance, and architectural perfection, beautifully reflecting the grandeur of 19th century aristocracy. Recently, several castles in southern Germany were added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. One of them is the fairy tale-like Neuschwanstein Castle, regarded as one of the most beautiful castles in the world. It is the ultimate symbol of romance and fantasy, and was built in the 19th century by Ludwig II of Bavaria, better known as the Fairy Tale King. Construction began in 1869, but the castle was never fully completed. Of the 200 planned rooms, only 15 were finished. Ludwig II lived in his dream castle for just 186 days before he died under mysterious circumstances in 1886. To this day, it remains unclear whether his death was the result of an accident, suicide, or murder. Nevertheless, his legacy lives on and continues to be admired by many. Behind the castle lies the Marienbrücke, from where you have one of the most beautiful views of Neuschwanstein. The original wooden bridge has since been replaced by a steel one, which is not surprising given the large number of visitors who cross it each year. The castle is visited by millions of people annually. With its fairy tale towers, dramatic setting, and impressive interiors, it has grown into one of the most iconic castles in the world. I close this list with another remarkable castle in Romania, Corvin Castle, also known as Hunedoara Castle, located in the heart of the Romanian Carpathians. The castle was originally built in the 14th century and later extensively expanded by John Hunyadi, an influential military leader of the late Middle Ages. Thanks to these expansions, it developed into a vast complex featuring both Gothic and Renaissance architecture. A long wooden bridge provides access to the castle and leads you into a maze of courtyards, towers, and defensive walls. Inside, you will find impressive rooms, including the Gothic Knights' Hall. You can easily spend hours exploring the castle, and it truly feels like stepping back into the Middle Ages. Architecturally, it continues to surprise you at every corner and is without a doubt one of the most impressive castles in Europe. Standing before it, it even bears a striking resemblance to Hogwarts from the famous Harry Potter films. This was my top 10 of castles. If you are interested in all the other castles I visited, be sure to check out my videos in which I take you to beautiful and unique places across Europe, including stunning castles. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel to discover the most beautiful places with me. And be sure to let me know which castle you think is the most beautiful. Thanks for watching and see you soon.